So what's up? So Prince Harry says that his father, King Charles, they don't talk. He says, and he doesn't know how much time he has left, and he says he doesn't know if he'll bring his wife back to the UK and all the stuff that goes on with it. And he says that about the book. Well, duh. If you write a book out there and you say that your family's racist and they're divisive and they don't really care about you and you're not getting the proper security, etc., what do you think? They're gonna just look the other way? Um, I think Harry got valid points. You know, something obviously happened with the son that was said, you know. Of course, I feel there was a racial undertone, of course, and people was tripping. Um, it says a lot about a father that would do that because he's not right in the head as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's your son, yo. You know, you gotta, let's be realistic. You and your mother pushed to get his mother, and then y'all flipped like that and all that. You haven't really showcased a much of spirituality, so called King Charles. I mean, you really did his mother wrong. She didn't get proper security, and she was used as like Cinderella and like a pinata. So I think with all the pimping and hustling that went on there, of course, Harry would feel a bit, to show in the sentiments that he feels because it's a farce, it's a joke. First of all, you shouldn't even be condemning to want to have any so-called kingdom or anything because that is kind of not in accordance to from a spiritual perspective, and it's kind of a bit much. But just from the human perspective of how he still grieves over his mother and the totality of that after all this time, yes, stuff is not right. And he was pouring out his heart and soul. He wrote a book. Some people forgive people for speaking truths. Some people have a problem with it. Some will never get it out their system. It all depends on who you ask, who you are. It means different things to different people, you know. Um, I think that whole monarchy thing needs to go away, though. I think it's a bad joke. I think it's an insult. You know, I think from a spiritual perspective, if you're reading the scripture or something and you say a king and then you're going to call yourself in a country with the king, that's cap. That's a bit much. Just saying. But anyway, uh, Harry really still hurts and he still feels the wounds of losing his mother and with everything going on with his wife and everything that he met. He said he don't know if he ever go back home. Which just goes to show that money and all that high society, that mess is irrelevant. It really means not much of anything because it shows that it's a lack of soul, it's a lack of warmth, it's a lack of class, it's a lack of tact, and it's a very painful situation. So, um, it really is rearing an ugly head to what's going on, you know. But he does pray and he wants to have things the best of his father.